Welcome to part 6 of our Working with Buyers video segments. Today I want to talk about something very important to buyers, and that is seller disclosures. One of the things that we want to do as real estate professionals is make sure that we explain to our buyers that not only should they be receiving full and complete disclosure documents from sellers, state required disclosures, federal required disclosures, and other standards in the regional areas. Not only should they be receiving them, but they should actually be reviewing them, carefully investigating them, trying to determine whether or not the elements that are disclosed, those material facts that are disclosed in the seller's disclosure documents, could those factors impact the buyer's decision to buy or the price they were willing to pay for the property? So not only receiving disclosures, but actually reviewing them, going over them. And it's our responsibility to a large degree to make sure that the buyer does that. And if we learn that a buyer is being reticent to really pay attention to the disclosure documents, then put them on notice with a confirming letter that they ought to be taking the time. They ought to be carefully reviewing these documents before they sign them and acknowledge receiving them. This is what a professional does. I have never believed that a confirming letter is in any way self-serving. Rather, I have always believed that when we send a confirming letter to a client telling them they ought to be doing something they're not doing, that we are showing them that we truly care, that we value them, that we want them to be protected. So never think of a confirming letter as something that's bad. Think of it as something that's positive and good, and that it shows our client that we really care and we're serious about the advice we're giving. So treat those disclosure documents carefully. It's very, very important. The other thing buyers should understand are the true consequences of removing contingencies. And we talked a little bit earlier in video number 5 about the mechanism for removing contingencies, but that's not all there is to it. There's also the consequence. And so those are discussion points that we want to have with our buyers. Look, this is not to be a mysterious process. The more the buyer knows, the more the buyer understands, the more prepared the buyer is, the smoother the transaction will be for everybody. Lay the framework, talk to your buyers, make sure they understand the process. Now, we didn't spend any time in this 6-part video series talking particularly about short sale transactions, and that was by design, not by omission. So what I want you to do is go to our recorded WebEx, which you will find within Inside CB Now, and listen in for a 40-minute WebEx with your colleagues, and we talk about specific issues relating to buyers and short sale transactions. So thank you for joining me for this 6-part series. I hope you found it beneficial, and I look forward to being back with you soon. And was that bug in my face?